I begin with a verse of the Quran which you are all familiar with. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah At-Tahrim, O you who have believed, save yourselves and your family from fire. A fire which is terrible. On it are guardians that are also harsh. They will not disobey their Lord with what He tells them to do, and they do as they have been commanded. The first part of this verse, O you who have believed, save yourselves. Then Allah says, your family. Before we think about the hereafter, let's think about our life here. If we don't have a healthy upbringing and a good, healthy relationship in our families, then we will create a worldly fire in our own homes. A fire mentally tormenting in our emotions, even physically, and in our relationships. That is a fire that is an introduction to another fire in the hereafter, wal-'iyadhu billah. So Allah says to us, save yourself first. You cannot have a good family dynamics and a healthy relationship until you and me, first of all, think about our own actions, behavior, strengths and weaknesses, good and bad behaviors in ourselves. At the same time, you need to look after yourself. If you don't breathe, you can't help others to breathe. In the aeroplane, they always tell you, in the unlikely event of an accident or an emergency, oxygen masks will fall from above you. Place them on yourselves before attending to others. Because if you can't breathe, you can't help your children, you can't help others. So, in any relationship, you and I need to know yourself and what things you need to improve on, which means that you are ready to also accept advice. You are also ready to accept that when you make mistakes, you can apologize. You can admit it. And then you can work on fixing it. In fact, I will tell you, brothers and sisters, if you want to know the main secret key to where you must start in having a healthy relationship in your family and a loving, happy one, begin with this. You are a role model. I just wanted to conclude with the following, and that is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has built our families as the most important unit in the world. If your family is intact and good, if you are intact and good as an individual, your family will also be intact and good. If your family is intact and good, then the community starts to get affected. If every family was like that, the community becomes better. If the community becomes better, other communities are affected, and then it affects the ummah. Would you believe that? It affects the ummah. So it starts with the individual, the family, the community. And this generation, our children, they are the next generation. They are so precious, but they require patience, mercy, assistance, giving and taking, flexibility, love, listening. And children need to honor their parents and understand the pain they are going through.